So Anthropic is set to release their most powerful AI model, and it was literally just leaked. So let's talk about it. So this entire story is pretty crazy, but I managed to find the article before it was taken down, and this is from M1 Astra. This is a notorious leaker, sort of person that finds early AI news, and he's sort of compiled this into an entire website that basically shows what it was before Anthropic actually took it offline. So the website starts with Claude Mythos, and it says, "We have finished training a new AI model." It says Claude Mythos, it's by far the most powerful AI model we've ever developed. And they essentially say here that Mythos is a new name for a new tier of model, more larger and more intelligent than their Opus models, which were, until now, the most powerful. And they chose the name to evoke the deep connective tissue that links together knowledge and ideas. So I think it's pretty clear that what we have here is the next iteration of models. And of course, there is another name that I will get to later called Capybara. But this is clearly going to be the most intelligent, most ambitious tier of model that they are currently developing and testing. Now, you can see here, it says that compared to their previous best model, Claude Opus 4.6 Mythos gets dramatically higher scores on tests of software coding, academic reasoning, and cybersecurity, among others. Now, what's really interesting about this is that you do know that software coding and academic reasoning, to be honest with you guys, the amount of software coding that is currently being done, you do almost feel like the capabilities almost couldn't get any better. But apparently, it's a dramatically higher test score, which is really interesting because, you know, when there are AI releases, oftentimes you will see those small incremental jumps, like from Opus 4.5 to 4.6. But I think this is probably going to be a step change in terms of capability because they've said it's dramatically higher scores on things like coding, reasoning, and cybersecurity. Now, I think you have to understand why this is important because I think when we went from GPT 3.5 to GPT 4, people understood the trajectory of what that actually meant in AI. And now, if we're already at Opus 4.6, which wasn't released all that long ago, I think it was maybe 3 months, ago they released this. And if they're talking about a model that is already dramatically higher, not just a short, increase improvement, but a dramatically higher improvement, that is going to mark a different era for AI models. And so you can see here that because of this step function, because of this step change, they are acting with extra caution because, of course, this poses certain risks. So you can see here that they are saying that they want to really be slow with this because even beyond what they learn in their own testing, they want to make sure that this release of the model doesn't end up in some dramatic scenario. And this is what I think we are going to face when we're moving towards AI models that are completely different. If you have an AI system that is going to continually get better as you release more and more and more, over time, you're going to have to increase the time it takes to put those models out into the world because you can always bet that there's someone out there in their office or in their room that is going to develop some way to maybe make the model do what it wants. And so, of course, one of those key risks that they talk about is cybersecurity because apparently this model is so good at coding that in the cybersecurity area, they believe that this is going to be a massive disruption. And so they need to be able to, share those results and get those people who are cyber defenders. They need to actually help those individuals prepare. And they also need to be able to kind of see, with a group of people who are testing the model, just how far they can push it and what are the real risks beyond what Anthropic can even test themselves. And so they talk about the fact that Mythos is also a large compute intensive model. And so this model is actually very expensive for them to serve, and it will be very expensive for our customers to use. And we're working to make the model much more efficient before any release. Now, I think this is one of the most interesting things so far in AI because I remember when everyone said that AI would be, cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. And as intelligence grows, your intelligence is going to be cheaper and cheaper. But it does seem like as we're getting more and more, better models, as the models' capabilities start to increase, it seems that yes, we're getting an improvement in intelligence and IQ, but it seems like the price is actually going up with that. And it does seem that every single time there is a model increase, it seems like it will become more and more expensive. So I think that what these, companies are doing now is, of course, they're trying to increase the capabilities of the model. And maybe it seems like if these models, are going to be so compute intensive in order to actually get that step change in terms of capabilities, there's of course going to be more compute needed, and of course that in turn is going to be passed on to the consumer. I mean, a lot of things that are state of the art in AI right now are still very compute intensive, and often some of these AI companies aren't really making money on these AI models. They do say that they're working on a way to make the model much more efficient before any general release. Maybe that means dumbing it down, maybe that means finding different ways to make it more efficient, and maybe distill those capabilities into a smaller model, because that is what they've done before. That is exactly what Google did with Gemini 3.1 Deepthink. So it will be very interesting to see how they release this model, what the pricing is for the model, and of course what the capabilities are, because I do wonder if this is going to be at a price point that the general public would want to pay for. But remember, Anthropic is a company where their models, they don't really have that customer base that is just on the $10 to $20 a month tier. Most of Anthropic's customers do spend at least $100 a month or more, because they are, the kind of person that achieves more with AI. Like they're, I guess you could say, the builder type. And so, do you know one of the craziest things about this entire story is that in a statement provided to Fortune, Anthropic acknowledged that a human error in the configuration of its content management system led to the draft post blog being accessible. And it says it described the unpublished material that was left in an unsecured and publicly searchable data store as early drafts of content considered for publication. Now, I do wonder if this was leaked on purpose, because I mean, I saw a comment on Reddit and it basically said that how are you about to release one of the world's most powerful model, or no, in fact, the world's most powerful model, and then you're talking about you need to be super secure on cybersecurity, and then the information about such model gets leaked. That's not exactly the most, convincing story for a company trying to say, okay, we need to be really secure about everything. So I would argue that maybe they did leak this on purpose to sort of drum up the marketing efforts. And to be honest, it does seem like it's working. And it said that in total, there appeared to be close to 3,000 assets linked to Anthropic's blog posts that had not yet been previously published on the company's news or research sites that were nonetheless publicly accessible in this data cache, according to Fortune. And so if you're wondering if all these leaks are true, it is, because they acknowledge that they're training and testing a new model, and they said we're developing a general purpose model with meaningful advances in reasoning, coding, and cybersecurity. And given the strengths of these capabilities, we're being deliberate about how we release it. And as is standard practice across the industry, we're working with a small group of early access customers to test the model. And like I said already, they said that they consider this model a step change and the most capable model we've built today. So it really will be interesting to see the kind of jump that they do make here, because of course this Claude model is going to be the new series of models. So I really do wonder just how more impressive they will be. And so you can see here that it says they mostly are worried about the cyber capabilities, because it's currently far ahead of any other AI model in cyber capabilities. And crazy thing about this is that if you actually look at coding and software and all that stuff, when it comes to that, Anthropic's models are just the best in the world at the moment. So it really will be interesting to see just how many precautions they do take, because if we already think about the models that are now, I'm going to show you guys a moment where they talk about the fact that literally Chinese individuals were using this to actually have some kind of cyber attacks. So this isn't something that is, theory. This is something that actually has occurred already. You can see here that it says Anthropic, meanwhile, navigated similar risks with Opus 4.6. The model demonstrated an ability to surface previously unknown vulnerabilities in production code bases. You can see here it says that the company has reported that hacking groups, that those linked to the Chinese government, have attempted to exploit Claude in real-world cyber attacks. And in one documented case, Anthropic discovered that a Chinese state-sponsored group had already been running a coordinated campaign using Claude Code to infiltrate roughly 30 organizations, including tech companies, financial institutions. And this was all before, these companies detected it. So you have to understand that this is not theory anymore. This is something that has already occurred with Opus 4.6. So if the model gets out, and Anthropic are basically saying that, look, we can't 100% guarantee that someone isn't going to be able to, jailbreak the model, we need to make sure that there are some serious guards in place before we even think about releasing this to the general public. And so you can also see here the article talks about the fact that GPT 5.3 codecs also crossed that threshold, when it came to cybersecurity, under the preparedness framework. So it seems like right now, these cyber defenders, these organizations will be testing the model. They will be seeing just how capable it is, what it can do to their systems, and if they're going to be able to prepare for this. And I guess along with the fact that they're going to have to make this model cheaper, probably distilling the capabilities into a smaller model. And of course, that's where it comes to the Capybara model. And I want to actually show you guys the website currently. And so this is the web page that was there before it was taken down. And you can see that this literally houses all the information. Of course, links will be in the description, but it's pretty much everything that I covered in this video. But I want you guys to understand that when you click this part here, you can see that it also says Claude Capiara, which is arguably probably going to be the model that is underneath the Claude Mythos, just like how we have Opus 4.6 and then we have, 4.6 Sonnet. So I think that it will be, Claude Capybara that is under the Opus/Sonnet kind of, way that they release models. And so when we look at Capybara, I think this is going to be a pretty similar model. And so maybe this name sticks, maybe it doesn't. Of course, this is still leaked. This is still very early. But when you do switch between left and right, you can see that none of the information changes other than the actual name. So I do think that Mythos is probably the name for the most intelligent model. And then Capybara is probably like the Sonnet level of models, just so that you're aware, because right now there are names floating around of Capybara and Mythos. Elon Musk actually said that this is seriously troubling after seeing the news, and this is going to be very, very interesting when they do talk about this more. And one of the things that many people are speculating right now is how on earth are Anthropic shipping everything? So you can see from February till March, Anthropic actually dropped around maybe 30 different updates to Claude that were actually impactful and have genuinely changed the ecosystem for the better. And I'm wondering, did they actually use the internal model Mythos to power all of this? Because many people have said that we are at the stage where these models are actually good enough to improve themselves and of course make real products that are actually useful. And you can literally see right here everything that the Claude team has shipped in 52 days. And on the top right, you can see it actually says Claude AI, and Claude actually does regularly contribute to many different GitHub repos. So it will be interesting to see if this is the internal model that is powering all of the updates that Claude keeps shipping. It is very hard to keep up with. So that being said, I will see you guys in another video.